Say hi to everyone. Yeah, we're going to do a live, aren't we? Hi, everyone. It's Kelly with Always and Forever, and Brick, my special guest here tonight. And we're coming to you live to talk to you about something really exciting, which you've been hearing about probably for the last little while. We have an initiative going on, a great fundraiser to help us build some tiny houses, our little lighthouses. And they go to help the dogs and soon cats at our Oz location. And I was trying to think of different ways to go online and talk to you guys about it. But I think the best way to do it is really just kind of tell you about why it's so important to me and why it's so important to Brick. And Percy, my other doggy, is going to tell us all about it too. So they're probably not going to be the quietest, but you know what? It's doggies and that's how we roll. So Brick came to us from, come here, Brick, come here, Percy, come talk to everyone. Here, come here, buddy. Come on. So, okay, so hopefully Percy will let us talk a little bit, but Brick came to us as a family from Wichita, the Wichita shelter, and because we had the availability at the time, we were able to house Brick over at our Oz location for a little while. And not everyone is as lucky as Brick to find a spot and be loved and, be able to decompress and do the things that we need these doggies to do so they get adopted. Well, Brick and all his friends, they would really like a different setting. They would like an area where they can feel like they're at home. So Brick was pretty lucky. He was able to come home with my family around Christmas time. And we knew that, he did pretty good in his kennel. He had a great, he gets to have all the little doggies there. They all get to walk. They all get to have their friends. But really a lighthouse and the tiny homes give them that feeling of having their own little space to decompress in. They feel more comfortable. They're not so scared with all the other dogs barking. Maybe they're a little nervous. There's so many good reasons why the tiny homes are so important. But I think about Brick and I think about how nervous he was. To this day, he's not the biggest fan of his kennel. He does pretty good if he has to. But if I think too, if he would have been there any longer, oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm throwing toys as we're talking. If he would have been there any longer, it's hard to say. He would have gotten more nervous. He wouldn't have had, maybe the best experience in those kennels, but he's with us now and we're so thankful. I think he's happy too. But the tiny homes are there, to help all these doggies. It gives us more room. I think that's one of the biggest things as an intake coordinator. The space that we need is astronomical. We'll never have enough space. We really won't. Not as long as we don't have fosters and, our buildings and all that kind of stuff. But, really, space is a huge thing. And to be able to move more doggies into a comfortable setting where they can really feel loved. And here's the ornery one who's going to start a fight in about 2 seconds, and we're all online. Okay, so I got Brick down. Brick's going to go see what's going on. You going to go with your brothers? Okay. So anyway, just trying to kind of encourage you all to support our mission of getting the tiny homes, support our ideas and our goals of, adding a couple more. We're excited in August. The buildings will start going up. But it's going to be amazing when we get a couple more in the mix and we get kitties in the mix and they all get their own little spots and feel like even though they're in a shelter environment, they've got their own little space and their own little home. So we'd really, really would love to have all of you support our mission of the tiny homes. And with our gala coming up this weekend, you know, that fundraiser is going to be up and going, and we would love everyone's support on it. So thank you for all the support you give us already. Bricky, you want to say bye? Brick's got his toy. He's pretty happy tonight. And just remember all the doggies like Bricky that don't always get to go right away to a home or a foster home. They're the ones that would really benefit for it. So we appreciate all of you, and we thank you always for everything you give to us too. And support the tiny homes. We're excited. So talk to you all soon. Have a great night.